So that's a technical slip gauge, yeah?
Yeah, that's me gauge. So that's down nicely.
You just kind of work out that's the best thickness to get the best shape. That's the way it works.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some science, but basically a little bit of chalk does the job. Yeah, so this is a method I've been showed us. Now, I'm going to apologise for the start, I haven't got my guard and my grinder. I know I haven't, but I'll show you why.
I've basically had enough because my elbows are completely fucked now. But I'm a little twat. Right, Howard, so basically you've got them done. What's next? What do we do next?
Obviously finish the rest of them.
Finish the rest of them, yeah.
Finish the rest of them. What's next?
Yeah. I mean, I'm keen to carry on doing the video. The viewers want us to carry on doing the video.
I'm happy with that. So, first thing I'm going to do, I've got a magnet on a bit of string, and I'm going to draw it all the way through because there'll be bits of shards of metal and stuff in the bottom of the foundation ring. I want that out. Okay, so try and clean it out. Secondly, obviously, when we've put all these taps and threads through, we use cutting oil.
Yes.
So there'll be a degree of cutting oil on the inside of the box.
Right, yep.
I want rid of that,
yes.
You know. So that might be a caustic soda job or something like that, you know, to try and
clean out
string, I need that out, okay. then I've got the corner rivets to sort out. Now, they're a bit awkward, these, because these corner ones, they actually the screw in, because the foundation, the radius
Yes,
of
right,
the corner,
yeah.
the foundation ring's just here, so these actually screw in.
Yep.
So I've sort of made these up, screwed them in. We'll break this off.
Right, okay, yeah.
This extra length here, we'll break this
That's
off.
just so you can screw it in, yeah?
Correct, yeah, so I can get the Stiltons on and dog it
right.
up as tight
Yep.
as I can, break it off, and then I'll probably form it over with the riveting gun.
Right, okay.
I might do that hot as well, because it'll need a bit of forming.
Yeah, yeah.
So, so as I say, I've got them to do.
Right.
On the inside, there's a little bit of awkwardness, because the next one along from there is actually sort of countersunk on the inside. I've got to sort that out.
Yes.
And then we're into caulking up, really.
Right,
I know I've had a little bit of water in this once a few weeks ago, and I know I've got an area underneath here
Right.
to caulk up.
So that's like the windy going with the chisel in again?
Yes,
Yeah.
basically. And obviously it's upside down as well, so it's not very pleasant.
Right,
you know.
okay, yeah.
But then it's basically introduce a bit of water. Obviously I'll have to put my fittings on and put my mud holes in and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Introduce a bit of water and quite literally see where it comes out.
See what leaks, yeah.
You know, I mean, the likelihood is I'll probably have to go around all of these rivets and caulk them up.
Yes.
The seams underneath.
Yeah.
Hopefully we've seen the back of them. Hopefully they'll not be okay. But I mean, if they leak a little bit,
It's got to get through all the threads, the expanded metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we get up to here, check if the tubes are leaking.
Yeah.
And that. And it's just a case of working it up. So when I get it full of water, and hopefully no leaks.
Yeah.
Right on the top of this engine, all engines, there's the safety valves.
Yes.
That's got to come off. A plate goes on,
Right.
and then we've got to do like a hydraulic test.
Yeah. I'll be really keen to come and do that. Yeah.
So, and obviously that sorts the men out from the boys, as it were.
So
like, you
what's
know,
that, 1.5 times? What
1.5. So this has got to, it's 120 psi.
Yeah.
Got to go up to 180.
180,
So, and that's cool, and it's a cruel test for it as well.
Because it's never been steamed, it's never rusted
right.
up. Yep.
Yeah. As I say, a little bit of rust at this stage will help, as it were. So
Help seal it up,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So, as I say, then it's a case of working through it. If I can get a hydraulic test on it,
Yeah.
we'll be happy. And then, of course, I've got to go through the process with the boiler man.
That's right,
You know,
yeah.
he's got to literally, as I've said before, I'm not a professional.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hobby.
Has the boiler man been seeing the various
Oh,
stages?
absolutely, yeah.
So he comes and says, yeah, that's good, you can carry on.
When it was all totally stripped out, he's been through, sonic tested the plate thicknesses of the outer box and all the rest of it. He's inspected the firebox before it went in, the bridges. I'll tell you what, I'll send you a couple of pictures. You can show what the firebox looked like. So obviously inspected that. He's got to inspect me paperwork for steers. Obviously the firebox, even the tubes have got to be certified and the likes, as it were, you know. And then obviously my work's got to be checked.
Yeah.
But the acid test really is the hydraulic test.
Yeah.
You know,
Then after that, it's a steam test.
And then after that, a steam test. And the likelihood is we'll probably be steaming it here, sort of inside the shed, because when this thing starts to go back together, obviously there's big gear guards on it and all sorts of bits and pieces, and I'll not be able to access.
So you want to steam it like
here,
yeah, so you can see what's going on,
you know. And as I say, make sure, because obviously this is the back axle, big wheels on here. If I get a steer leaking on this,
you can't
there, I can't get to it.
So going back to the hydraulic test, if you've got a hydraulic test on here and you've got a little weep on there, can you have a go at it when it's under pressure? Do you do that, or
you can a little bit.
Right.
It's under cold pressure.
Yes,
you'd be all right.
pressure,
you know, you wouldn't,
obviously with steam
you wouldn't want to do, because you've got a chance of making it worse.
Yes,
you know. Obviously, you don't want to be doing that under steam pressure. But yeah, you can sort of cork them up and stuff, as it were. Like,
I mean, if you get like a little dribble or a little fizz, it's not the end of the world, because it will seal up.
Some of them take up. You know, I mean, if you have like a little bit of a weep, as it were, you know, when it gets, because obviously when it's under, got a fire in it, it's expanding and this, that and the other. I mean, tubes especially, you know, when you get introduced some sort of heat into them, they tend to swell and they take up, as it were.
Like self-sealing,
I'm pretty confident they should be okay, like, you know, but as I say...
The one I did will be all right.
I'm sure, yeah. And is this one going to be all right, the one you did?
It's perfect. You can tell it's got the shape.
Nice one. Good morning. Thanks very much, John.
Yeah, enjoyed it. Good crack. Thank you.
Good on you. Right, cheers.
Once again, it's just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It is still very important, but as I keep saying, it's nowhere near as important as getting help and talking about mental health. This mental health issue, I get a lot of comments because I'm not constantly on about it. Well, I am constantly on about it because it's important, because blokes won't go and get help, and help is available. It's such a horrible thing. Until you've experienced it, you've got no idea what it's like. It's just absolutely horrible. You can get over it. I mean, I'm not over it fully, but I'm a hell of a lot better than I was, and that's because I went and sought some professional help. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling on. Thanks for watching. If you don't want to hear me waffle on about mental health, just stop the video. It's as simple as that. People have been complaining about, I've had 1 or 2 funny comments. So if you don't want to hear me giving advice and sort of passing on what I've been through, just stop the video at the end. It's fucking not rocket science, is it?